Integrative and personalized medicine like to use the human genome, which was mapped in 2003, and customize a plan for each individual person. A good example of this is on chromosome number 1, we have a gene called the MTHFR gene. It stands for methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. And it's an enzyme that takes folate or folic acid and gets it to its active form of methylfolate. The full name of it is methyl tetrahydrofolate. So when we get this to its methylated form, it can do good things for us. Here's what it does. We have this bad amino acid called homocysteine, and there's a cycle between homocysteine and methionine, which is a good amino acid. But to get to methionine, it has to be methylated, which means it has to have this methyl group attached to it. So this is homocysteine. Once methyl tetrahydrofolate dumps off its methyl group to form methionine, then good things can happen. So methionine can go on and make proteins, or it can link up with the A's in our DNA, adenyl group, and form S-adenyl methionine. And this can go on and methylate different things. It's the best methyl donor in our body. There's certain things that need to be methylated, like our DNA. There's cancer genes called oncogenes that you can put methyl groups on them, and it silences them. So it's really important. It also plays a huge role in our neurotransmitters, clearing them, especially our catecholamine neurotransmitters, dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine. It plays a role in catecholamine synthesis of those neurotransmitters. This cycle is tied into the glutathione cycle, and glutathione is our master antioxidant that we produce inside our bodies. So it's really big with detoxifying things in our liver and helping us to get rid of free radicals or reactive oxygen species. And normal homocysteine levels are between 5 and 15, but we want to be optimal. Optimal is between 5 and 9. There's a couple of gene variants. We talked about this gene, the MTHFR gene, and it's located on chromosome number 1. And a gene is just like thousands of nucleotides, and that's what these numbers represent, is how far down on that nucleotide list are we going. And there's a common gene variant at the 677th position. We want CC, so those are alleles from each parent. We want a C from each parent, but it's a pretty common variant to have a CT here, where you lose about 40% of the efficiency of this enzyme coded by this gene. Another one is further down, past 1,000. You want AA, and you can have an AC, and that's what I have, which limits it by about 20%. So you can have variants at both of these positions, and they compound each other, and you really have a lot of strain on this enzyme to get folate to methylfolate. So it's something you can test through 23andMe. Once you get your results, you can download it to Genetic Genie, and then they can tell you exactly what everything means. Or I got mine done at a Boston Heart Lab. You could ask your general practitioner or nurse practitioner if they can check this particular gene marker, if it's something that you're interested in. But on mine, I watched it for a few years, and my homocysteine was low, so there was no need to supplement. But last year, my homocysteine came in at 8.9, so it's creeping up right on the ceiling of that optimal range. So also, the blood work showed that my B vitamins, folate, and B12 and B6 were all a little bit low. So I supplemented with methylfolate, methylcobalamin, which is B12, and B6. And then I also took trimethylglycine to get more methyl groups. It's also called betaine. And the actual supplement that I took was from Life Extension. It's called Homocysteine Resist. But I took that for a year and then came back and measured everything again. My homocysteine dropped back down to the lower end of optimal, and my B vitamins were up in the optimal range as well. So I'm just going to kind of maintain, drop off a little bit and maintain, because I want to keep those homocysteine levels low. So hope that helps. That's just something talking about how you can use your genes to help guide what you do.